on. This is where shit hits the fucking fan, okay? This game is still quite winnable. I mean, Cloud9 Tempest is a small tower advantage, one tower. They got some 1.7k gold advantage, but and Dragons are even. This game is still really, really winnable. There's like this should be a close game still, like, but just lack of vision control. Like you can see on the map, all the wards that Cloud9 Tempest has around Baron area right now, and Legendary has hardly any. So that's what's going to lead to what follows. And part of the reason why they have shitty ass wards are that they only have one warding trinket versus Cloud9 Tempest 2, and I mean they both have sight stones there, but they almost have like 3 sight stones on Cloud9 Tempest, whereas they only have 2 on Legendary with the trinket. Wait, sorry. No, they have, sorry, the support in the jungle have a sight stone. So pretty much they almost have 4 sight stones, almost, sort of. Like they have, like, they can place potentially, you can have 3 wards with a warning trinket and 3 with a sight stone. I mean, the warning trinket has pros and cons compared to the sight stone. Obviously, the sight stone, you have those wards immediately. You don't have to wait for the charges, but if you just count on the words that you have and you're just placing them for like vision words, because sometimes you just place a word to see like inside a bush when you're like fighting or something like that, right? Which is what Sightstone's good for, because you have like these instant on-demand wards that you can use, or if you just need to chuck a ward in to just get a flash of the Baron Pit's HP and see what it is. That's what that's good for. But the other wards, these trinkets are good because you're not forced to back to get additional wards. You can just wait a little bit longer and then get an additional ward charge. That's what's good about them. But they have no oracles on Legendary side, so they don't really have a great way of cleaning out. So pretty much that's where the gold advantage is being spent right now. Like 250 for that trinket, 250 for that trinket, 250 for that trinket. Well, not all of it, but like half of that gold advantage is used completely on vision, which is going to lead to the much bigger advantage in a little bit. So we see here, Rockside going to come in. Look at that, he's got Raptor buff, I believe that's what that was. Actually, that might have been Oracles. Yeah, it was Oracles, because the cooldown. Okay, here we go. So right now, all 3 of their waves, except for really mid, are shoved in. So this is going to open up. Cloud9 can see that, oh, Lucian's bottom lane, he's got a wave he's got to clear out. I don't know, they're not necessarily deciding to do the Baron yet, but they're like, you know what? Let's fucking check this shit out. I actually think Xerath should be getting in this particular scenario. Like Scrying Orb is really good on Xerath because it allows you to use like your ultis and see where the person is, even like when normally you wouldn't have vision. And if they actually had the Scrying on Xerath here, then Xerath wouldn't need to face check here, and he wouldn't die and get caught out. And I mean, you could have run double scrying if you really want to, but if you want that warning trinket still, then you can just pick that up on the AD carry instead. That's my take on it. I mean, it still doesn't really give them that great of an excuse for taking this pathing to Baron. Like, this is really greedy. I mean, fucking just give them the Baron if you have to. Like, right now, Bishu is the person on the team with the most gold. Like, if he dies, they don't have, and he's long range, right? Like let's say you just fucking threw Annie into the pit or something to check it. I mean, Annie's not in position to, but like, let's just say hypothetically she was. If Annie was the one dying, she could actually get some, like, Tipperism, get some damage down, whatever. I mean, if she dies, I mean, at least you still have the ability to siege at them while they're doing Baron. But Xerath is like pretty much most of your damage right now because he's the one who's fed. Impactful doesn't have any kills. I mean, it really has some kills, but I mean, he's not tanky enough at this point to just dive into the Baron pit and fuck them up. You know, whereas Bishu has enough farm that if they just try to do Baron, like they could pick anybody else and it would still be danger for them to do this Baron. But I mean, basically the reason why they did, I mean, Cloud9 Tempest might have planned this out. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But it depends on how high level they actually are. They would have planned out the side push waves so that if you start a slow push in the bottom lane, then somebody's gonna have to respond to that wave, and then you're gonna have a number advantage on the top side of the map. Dragon's not up, for another 155, so there's no reason why Cloud9 and Tempest would want to be on the bottom side of the map right now. And because they know Lucian is on bottom side, they might have saw Annie around there too. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. They know that Irelia is top side, but she's not in the immediate Baron Pit area. They're like, oh, you know what? We can go pressure Baron. And they got the pink in the pit here. They got a ward here to see somebody coming through. Like, I mean, they don't have that deep of wards, but they know where people are because they're sitting there defending creep waves. Like, they're trying to clear a creep wave, so they know where everybody is on their team. So they know that, oh, we can all just stack on Baron, and the enemy team's going to have to come face check this. I mean, I would have fucking let Dez do it, because it's not like it's... I mean, they should know just by timing that, like, there's no way that it's dead yet. Like, I mean, yeah, they can do it fast, but even still, like, you're putting your main carry, your person with all your gold, and the only person that has the ability to actually try to poke and damage the team out if somebody does get caught checking to see if they're doing Baron. But, I mean, either that or just give them the Baron. There's no real excuse for having Bishu check this. Like, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, they could just have the scrying on Bishu, which synergizes so well with his ultimate, and not run into that that risk of face shanking it either. But I mean, this is really just due to their minion wave control what led to this situation and that fight there. They didn't shove out their side lanes beforehand, so eventually they just got built up. So now they have to respond to it, and they don't have any supportive wards around here. Like, you can place wards that are far enough out of the Baron Pit, but at least close enough that you can kind of see which paths are safe enough for you to take to check it and get the actual important ward in. But they don't have that, so this is just a complete face check, and he gets punished really hard for it. Easy ass pick. They didn't really have to blow anything for it. They didn't have to blow it all. It's a free kill. Oh look, Impactful's bottom lane, so this is 100% gone. Cloud9 Tempest actually makes a small error on this Baron smite, because for some reason Rek'Sai smites it at like 1100 HP or some shit. Don't know why. I don't know why they just wouldn't get LOD to just fucking rend it for like... Yeah, let's see this.